beautiful bone-in sirloin steak, about 1 inch thick. And then we're going to chop up our ingredients, our shallots, mushrooms, bacon, and sherry. Yum. Okay, so come on down. You can mirror me.
On this side or that side?
On right here is fine. So let's talk about a few things.
Okay.
First, before we get to your shallot, mushrooms. Here's mushrooms 101, kids. When you bring mushrooms home from the store, put them in a paper sack. Why? Because mushrooms do not like moisture. We don't want these guys to get wet. You never put them under running water, never take them to the sink and wash them with a ton of water. And I don't keep them in plastic bags because it doesn't breathe. I put them into a paper sack, or even a cloth sack, or even a clean kitchen towel, and throw them into the fridge so that they can breathe and stay dry.
Smart.
The way you clean mushrooms, which they call them wild mushrooms, like these are cremini mushrooms, they have a very beefy flavor. The way you properly clean them, and you have one to do it for you, barely damp towel, wipe off any grit, and that's it. You're good to go.
Oh, look, I did it too hard.
That's it. Well, that's okay. It's okay.
I don't know my own strength.
It's okay. You've got the big muscles. So, then you take these guys. Creminis are baby portobellos, and they taste most like beef. So I think they pair, of course, perfectly with a steak. You can quarter them if you like that, if you want big chunky pieces, or you can slice them. Either or is fine, okay? Just do them all the same. And for just 2 steaks, every person gets a ½ pound of mushrooms. They cook way down. The next thing to know about mushrooms is never salt a mushroom until it's brown. Slice them all, put them in the pan, and let them brown completely before you add any salt to them.
Why is that?
Why? Because salt draws out liquid, and mushrooms don't like liquid, right? So you have to let them brown first, or they won't get as brown as they would if you had not salted them. So.
I salt mine too soon.
You salt them too soon, it draws the liquid out.
No.
See what you're learning?
I learned.
I'm gonna brown the edges as well on our steaks and the bones. And then the rules for meat. Do you remember your rules for meat? Room temperature.
Yeah.
Pat it dry. Season it and let it stand with salt and pepper so the salt starts to break down the meat. Very hot pan, cast iron skillet is your buddy. Cast iron skillet, very hot surface. Add a little bit of oil, not too much fat, olive oil or safflower oil, whichever you prefer. And then get the meat into the hot surface and do not touch it. Smoky mushrooms, we rendered out our meaty bacon, 4 slices of meaty bacon. To that, we added an entire pound of sliced cremini mushrooms. We let the mushrooms brown fully. Then we threw the bacon back into the skillet. We're down to the home stretch now. I'm not gonna add any salt at all to these mushrooms, but if you are salting them, because I threw the salty bacon back in the pan, if you are salting mushrooms, remember to brown them first, alone in the pan, so that they can develop their full color and meaty flavor, especially with these cremini mushrooms, before you add the salt that draws out all their liquids. So, I've got 4 large cloves of garlic that I threw down in. Garlic loves mushrooms. They love to hang out together. We're going to now add in chopped shallot.
Look at that.
Great work, Bob. Beautifully chopped shallot.
Whatever.
So guys, this is a 5-ingredient meal. Of course, you serve it with wilted greens or a green salad, and it makes a really beautiful steakhouse-style supper with just 5 ingredients, being our steak, our shallots, mushrooms, bacon, and sherry or white wine, whichever you have in the house. Once you've cooked down your shallots and garlic, just for a couple of minutes in the big old cast iron skillet, it's a 1 skillet meal.
Beautiful.
Add your sherry to deglaze and pick up all of the beautiful drippings from the bottom of the pan. Now, because it's a 5-ingredient meal, I didn't add something that's very traditional in our family. In our family, whenever my grandpa cooked up something like a steak or something that had animal fat in it, you know, something rich, he would douse the meat with lemon right before we'd eat. And it sort of cuts through, and that little bit of brightness just kind of makes the meal. And my mom and I, that's the way every time we have a steak, no matter where we are, at home or out, we always ask for a lemon to douse the steak. So it's sort of a bonus. If you have a lemon in the fridge, you might want to try a little splash of lemon juice down over the top. So we have our smoky.
Those are cute.
Aren't they sweet?
They're really sweet.
We have our smoky mushrooms with sherry and garlic and shallots. and you're mounding that up alongside your steak. And that's it. I mean, you can't get simpler than this lovely dinner.
No,